Hello, students. Today we'll see broadcast radio writing. Radio writing style is a very important part of this module. As we all know, the news reports aim is to meet the requirements of everyday life as lived by everyday readers. So it largely depends on elements like directness, space, variety, and information. It aims to state the facts quickly and clearly. Radio has a number of unique characteristics which make it successful and ensure its longevity. Radio is an excellent means for busy people to gain information and entertainment in short bursts, either during breaks from work or while on the move. A newspaper could publish a detailed report with photographs on an event or write a thought provoking editorial on a current issue. But these lengthy writing could not be spoken to the radio listeners for two reasons. One, voice on air is ephemeral. The second one is too many spoken words will not remain in the listener's memory. So most listeners prefer to use radio as a background to other activities. Music systems are played continuously in several shops and workplaces. So unlike television, where the viewer is observing something, coming out of the box over there, the sights and sounds of radio are created within us, and we can have greater impact and involvement also. So television is in general watched by several groups of people, but radio is much more a personal medium coming directly to the listener. So the variation in tone, pitch, and tempo actually define the meaning. A question mark and an exclamation mark are conveyed to the listener through tonal variations. An italicized or underlined word is articulated with a stress. In a broadcast copy, the words and sentences must be simple and easy to understand. So, as we know, a newspaper could publish a detailed report with photographs on an event or write even a thought provoking editorial on the current issue. But these lengthy writing could not be spoken to radio listeners. So it is difficult. So broadcast news is written in a conversational, informal, and relaxed style. It is written in the way that one friend would talk to another. Sometimes this style includes using contractions, incomplete sentences, and first and second person pronouns to establish a rapport with listeners. Active voice is preferred in radio broadcast, not passive voice. Quotations quotations must be avoided, but when you quote, say, I'm putting it in his own words, or I quote, and after completing the quotations we must say unquote. So I quote before we begin the quotation, and after completing the quotation we must say unquote. Titles, designations, and age must be put before the name. See, for example, it is US President Donald Trump, not Donald Trump, President of USA. A 15-year-old girl is right on radio. So, not a girl aged 15. So, avoid starting a story with a dependent clause. So, conjunctions and but are useful coupling devices in broadcast copy. Prepositions are helpful in breaking up phrases, thereby making it easier for the listeners to follow. And also, pronouns should be used in a way that it does not confuse the listener. So, the use of former and latter too may be confusing. So, avoid using former and latter in broadcast news stories. Repetitions of the word today in news copy must be avoided. So, if you have to use today or any time elements, put in as close as possible to the subject of your sentence. For example, the DGP today refused the allegations made against him by the opposition leader. And rupees 200 and World War II are okay in